Steve Bartkowski to wide receiver Billy Reichman was good for 22 yards. Reichman's blast by Dallas safety Cliff Harris, number 43, left both players eyeing each other warily, and it seemed to set the tone for the rest of the game. In the early going, Bartkowski was enjoying excellent protection from his line, and although this pass to Dennis Pearson was well defensed, it still accounted for a 15-yard pickup thanks to the unsportsmanlike conduct of the pugnacious Harris, whose gloved hand you will see reaching in here in an attempt to intimidate. It's one thing to be naughty, but it's downright dumb to be naughty right in front of the law. The penalty kept the Atlanta drive going, and from the 14, running back Bubba Bean galloped in to put the Falcons on top 7-3. A repeat shows that Bean had plenty of room to maneuver thanks to some crisp blocking by the Atlanta line. While the Falcon offense had left its calling card, the defense was about to make a big impression on Roger Staubach. It was a portent of things to come and the type of play that forced the Cowboys to punt with a 4th and 10 at their own 42. Danny White's fake punt was good for 12 yards and the first down. From there, fullback Scott Laidlaw, number 35, barged his way forward for 21 yards. A repeat shows that while Laidlaw's forte may not be speed, his balance and extra effort more than make up for it. Staubach was using all the Dallas offensive variables as he continued to drive on the Atlanta goal. A swing pass to Tony Dorsett coming out of the backfield was good for a pickup of 9. With a 1st and 10 at the Atlanta 13, Roger decided to go for the works. What he got was a mini juggling exhibition by wide receiver Tony Hill. A repeat shows that Hill was definitely outside the field when he got possession, but without the bobble, it might have been a score. It didn't matter, though, because on the next play, Scott Laidlaw laid a straight course for the end zone, and the Cowboys led 10-7. On a repeat, watch the Dallas guard on the right of the screen pull out, go to his left, and neutralize number 54, Atlanta linebacker Fulton Kuykendall. The key block was thrown by Herbert Scott, a 260-pounder from Virginia Union. From another angle, we can see that the hole was big enough to leave Laidlaw unscathed until he met some token resistance at the goal line. Laidlaw, a 4th-year man from Stanford, was substituting in the game for the injured Robert Newhouse, and it seemed that little, if any, effectiveness was lost. Now, late in the first quarter, was time for Steve Bartkowski to meet the ever-lurking, ready-to-pounce Doomsday. Linebacker Thomas Henderson got him on a blitz for a loss of 8. 2 plays later, it was Too Tall Jones and a loss of 11. Watch number 72 at the bottom of the screen, and you'll know what it's like to get caught in a Buffalo stampede. With a 4th and 25, there's only one way to go, and John James's punt was long and hard to handle. Butch Johnson's fumble was covered by Tom Moriarty, and Atlanta was still on the move. was an inspirational moment for the Falcons, and it set up a 42-yard field goal try by Tim Mazzetti. Mazzetti's field goal tied the game at 10. But on their next possession, Dallas scored on a 48-yard Septien field goal to regain the lead 13-10. Then Atlanta stormed right back, and Bartkowski hit Wallace Francis for 17 yards and a score. The repeat shows a perfectly thrown needle threader pass, good for a 17-13 Falcon lead. It also made all those who doubted the Falcons' ability to stay with the Cowboys do a little reassessment of their thinking. On the next series, Dallas had the ball for only one play, which was a Tony Dorsett fumble, recovered by Atlanta's Tom Pridemore, number 27, on the Dallas 30. The Falcons were in business again. But once again, it was the Dallas defense, led by the gritty Cliff Harris, that saved the day by bringing the Falcon drive to a quick halt. With runs and passes both ineffective, Atlanta settled for another Mazzetti field goal and a burgeoning 20-13 lead. And then for a moment, the doomsday missile wore red and was homed in on Roger Staubach. The hit and roughness penalty were both by linebacker Robert Pennywell. And had he given Staubach a penny for his thoughts, he would have been gypped, because Roger wasn't having any. Staubach's stillness was frightening, and worries about the NFC Championship and the Super Bowl took a back seat to worries about the man himself. After what seemed an eternity, Danny White moved onto the field to take Roger's place at the Dallas helm. It was an unenviable task. The biggest relief of the day came when Roger was able to walk with assistance to the sideline. The injury was diagnosed as a concussion, and for number 12, the game was over. For Dallas, it was not a good way to end the half. Down 20-13, the leader gone. The substitute quarterback cold and perhaps a little shaken himself. There was adversity rampant here, and it would take a team of iron character to overcome it.
Wow! Tootsie Rolls!
For over 80 years, Tootsie Rolls have delighted children. And for 40 years, Tootsie Pops with a Tootsie Roll Center have brought long-lasting enjoyment. And now there's Tootsie Pop Drops, hard candy drops with a Tootsie Roll Center. Tootsie Rolls, Tootsie Pops, Tootsie Pop Drops. The best way to take your change is the Tootsie way.
It's from Tootsie Roll.
The Mazda RX-7, an incredible sports car value, is now joined by another incredible value, the new 70